Hello, my friends, and welcome to week 3 of Marvel Movie March. Here we go. Well, not Marvel Movie March, just Marvel March. Don't know why I added the movies in there. Probably because I'm watching all of the movies. So, we are into our 3rd week. We haven't actually got that long to go. So, a lot has happened in the Marvel Universe, as I'm sure you're all well aware. And we are now introducing another character and kicking off our 3rd week with AntMan. Paul Rudd, what a legend. Love Paul Rudd. We are huge Paul Rudd fans in this house. Have always enjoyed his acting capabilities all the way back to Friends. Of Mike Banana Hammock, if you can remember that classic Friends reference. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen Ant-Man. I do remember enjoying it thoroughly when I first saw it. It had some really cool little action sequences, really bringing in the aspects of like the shrinking ratios. And I remember there's a bloody... Is it this one? Is it Ant-Man or is it Ant-Man and Wasp? Where they have I'm certain it's the first Ant-Man where they have a massive Thomas the Tank Engine like come through the house. So I'll have to remind myself on that one. I can't really remember who the villain is in this one as well. Is it like... I think it's like a scorpion. Got like yellow something. I'm sure it's yellow coat. I don't know. I'll find out when watching it. But yeah, this is going to be good fun. I remember this one being really good and very funny and just bringing more of a general more humorous vibe to the Marvel Universe, which I'm all for. So let's get straight into it. Again, as per always, another absolute surprising smasher from Marvel. I love a bit of Ant-Man. So funny. The only thing I didn't realise is that I thought Jimmy Choo was in the first Ant-Man, but he wasn't. I forgot about that. He doesn't come in until Ant-Man and the Wasp with some of his funky hand magic, which is really cool, which he's definitely improved upon in WandaVision. But yeah, like Ant-Man, very funny film. Yellow Jacket was the name of the villain. I think I called him Yellow Coat. But yeah, it was an interesting villain. Kind of died in a pretty gruesome way when he kind of got shrunk within the suit. Oh, I bet that must have hurt. But that couldn't have been a nice way to go, get it? And Louise with his storytelling, which is comedy gold in the Marvel universe. He does a couple in this one, which are brilliant. And then they just go way above and beyond in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I'm looking forward to seeing more Louis' storytelling on that one. But yeah, overall, great film, cool effects, like the use of the shrinking and then the enlarging some of the objects, like the ant at the end. And I forgot Auntie died when he was riding him to go and catch Yellow Jacket, and it was very cool as well to see Falcon appearing in it for a few minutes. And getting beaten up by Ant-Man and him asking them not to tell Captain America about what had just happened. But I'm going to be seeing Ant-Man again in this very next movie, which is Civil War. Now, I can't remember if I've already said this or not, but when Lauren and I went to cinema to watch Civil War, we weren't big fans. I don't think I particularly enjoyed it very much. Lauren definitely didn't. I think that was the end of the Marvel journey for Lauren, and then that's when she kind of said enough is enough. I don't really want to watch any more Marvel films. But I have seen it once since, just sitting at home watching it probably about 18 months ago, and I really enjoyed it. So it'll be interesting to see what I feel about it now on its 3rd viewing. Will I like it even more? Will I like it a lot less? We'll have to wait and see. So let's get cracking with it. I can't make up my mind about Civil War. It's a good film, but Lauren came in and she kind of watched it. She kind of walked in just as the big Civil War fight was happening. She was like, "It's all a bit silly, this, isn't it?" And it does feel a little bit silly, especially when sometimes they stop and they're like, "We're still mates though, aren't we? Even though we're trying to beat the crap out of each other." It is a bit odd. And what I also find weird is the other story, in that the guy goes to find the other Winter Soldiers and you think he's going to unleash them, but that wasn't his plan. his plan was to just to kind of lead people there, lead like Iron Man, Captain America there, and then Bucky would just kill them because he'd say his little phrases and then turn him into a baddie again, and it kind of didn't work. It's just a couple of weird storylines that just, yeah. But I mean, like, still the set pieces are cool. Although the fight is silly, the fight is fun. Like, it's more fun. It's definitely not like it doesn't feel like a serious fight. It was great to see Spider-Man, and that first introduction of him is really cool, and it's great fun when he gets Cap's shield. And he definitely pretty much showcases what the actual fight is like, in where he's complimenting people on like their suits and some of their powers. And of course, and when Ant-Man goes big, that's very fun. It's a bit silly. I think at times the movie probably takes itself a bit too seriously. Yeah, I can't quite make up my mind about it. It's okay. It's definitely the weakest Captain America like movie out of the three of them. And it is very much like I don't know if any of you ever watched like the honest reviews trailers. If not, go and have a look at them because they're hilarious. And I think they call it at the end Captain America Avengers 2.5, which is absolutely spot on. It is kind of like, it feels like, because there's so many of them, it feels like a follow-on from Age of Ultron. And the only people really missing is Hulk and Thor, and we all know that they're off at Ragnarok, which is on its way. But now is Spider-Man Homecoming, so this is when Peter Parker gets his own film, and surprisingly, it's another great film. Like, is Tom Holland the best Spider-Man? I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever actually watched the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man. I should maybe sit down and watch that at some point. But I think this is a great Spider-Man, and where he is in regards to the universe is awesome. I love the fact that we don't have to deal with Uncle Ben dying. Sorry, Uncle Ben, but it's really refreshing not to have that shoved down your throat. That's already been done and dusted, and it's barely, I don't even think it's mentioned at all. And of course we got Michael Keaton, who is a great addition to any kind of universe, especially the Marvel one, and he's just Michael Keaton in this, and that's all you need from a villain. So I'm going to get cracking on Spider-Man. I've actually got to spend some of my hard-earned cash, everyone. Got to spend a whopping £2.50 to rent it off of Amazon Prime, because it's not on Disney and it's not on Sky and it's nowhere. So I've got to rent it off of Amazon Prime. But £2.50 isn't that bad, just to rent it, to watch it for 24 hours. I mean, I won't be watching it for 24 hours. I'm only going to watch it once now, and then that'll be the end of it. So let's get on with Spider-Man, the web-slinging superstar. Spider-Man is freaking awesome. It's such a cool film, and it's a lot more like, he spends most of his time getting the crap kicked out of him, really, especially at the end when he has his big fight with the Vulture, aka Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's like a really good villain in it, and I know that he sticks around. I haven't seen Venom, but I have seen like the little post-credit scene at the end of Venom where he turns up to talk to Venom, I believe.
Isn't Venom not owned by Marvel, though?
Well, yeah, it's owned by it. So Venom is a Marvel character, but he's owned by Sony. So that franchise is owned by Sony.
But how come it's got all the naughty boys in?
What naughty boys?
In Spider-Man.
Well, because basically Sony and Disney, or Marvel and now Disney, kind of made an agreement to share some of the Wonga, I reckon.
I bet they bloody did.
Exactly, because there was talks of, at the end of Spider-Man 2, that was going to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man's last Marvel, joining up with the Disney Marvel area. But then I think they finally realised that Sony can make a lot of money out of it, and so will Disney. So I think they're just going to continue on the relationship and maybe merge more of the worlds together, because I know they've got that, what's it called, Morpheus, the next Sony one, where Jared Leto plays Morpheus like a vampire. And
I thought Jared Leto was Joker.
No, Joker, sorry, she doesn't. Joker's DC. Joker's he's a completely,
so he's going on both, is he? He's just having
people can be in both. Well,
people change.
I mean, Michael Keaton was Michael Keaton was Batman. years ago, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all confusing, isn't it? But, so yeah, Spider-Man, awesome, wicked film, love it. But today's Friday, and that Disney have just put out the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm going to sit down and watch that now, and I'll just let you know my first initial thoughts of the first episode. It is very, very good. Like, Marvel are just on absolute fire at the minute with the success of WandaVision. Just all of it. Just all of it. It just gets better and better. So I feel like the first episode, it had its high action. Like the opening 10 minutes just blew my mind away. Like, I think I put a tweet out saying, it feels like I'm watching a movie. It was so good. Like, no expense has been spared on this series. Very much like WandaVision. Like, you know, they're just such good quality now. And I think Marvel are just really setting the bar so high for future series. And like, I mean, with the future arrival of like Loki, and I think it's going to be the exact same kind of like movie-esque quality in a TV series. It's just mad. Yeah, like the series is great. Like Anthony Mackie is one of my favourite actors. I love him in everything. I was so happy when he was like cast as the Falcon, and he's excelling in this role. And it's good to see like a bit more, just to see a bit more in depth of him and see a bit of his family, and then the other side with Bucky, and you get a bit into his past.
What's all
when
this
he was
shouting about?
under Hydra, and yeah, it was really good. I mean, you shouldn't be allowed in this. You didn't want to watch it.
I want to cuddle though.
Yeah.
I've just
So-
got you a really delicious dish.
You have, haven't you? It smells delicious. We've got, what is it, a nice curry?
It's a pumpkin calamari, but no pumpkin because, guys, can you get pumpkins at times other than Halloween?
Don't know.
Have you ever seen them?
No.
Me neither. It's got butternut squash in it instead.
So yeah, it's fantastic, and I'm very much looking forward to more and to seeing where this series is heading, because I've no idea. The only thing I know, where it's rumoured, is that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series is going to apparently tie in with 3 other movies, which is just mad. Like, who keeps on top of this all?
Who?
Yeah, is there like some sort of mad family tree of what links to watch like movie and TV series? It's just bonkers. But yeah, loved the first episode. It was really good fun. Looking forward to more. And now the next movie, and then the last movie of this vlog, which is Doctor Strange.
When are you watching that?
I might, at some point tomorrow, aka Saturday for you lot, but I'm not sure what time at the
Are you
minute.
watching anything on Sunday?
No, got a day off on Sunday.
Oh, no, I've got all this reading to be getting on with.
Yeah, exactly. But, well,
I'm definitely not going to watch Doctor Strange because I remember finding that very not my favourite.
Okay, that's fair enough.
What do you remember of it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Do you remember it
particularly-
being very not your favourite?
I don't remember enjoying it, but like Captain America: The First Avenger, I never liked the first time, and now I love it.
You've got a bit more context now, aren't you? You're very involved in the world. You might be really up for it.
Exactly. Because now I'll know more. Like
Yeah.
I'll know more from the future, which I'm going to bring back to the Doctor Strange past with me, and the fact that everything's all intertwined, interlinking now.
Yeah.
It's all very exciting. It's a good time to be a Marvel boy and gal. Look at this for a funky little angle. Paint me like one of your French girls. So, that was Doctor Strange. I enjoyed it much more on my second viewing. Yeah, it was quite cool. It's very much like Inception, only with like the world like shaping and forming in it, like in on itself, and doing all lots of funky, weird, like sorcery type things. It's very cool. Like, I'd actually say the effects are actually better like than the Inception movie. It's very cool. It must have taken a long time to have done all that editing. Like, yeah, I just like, where do people even get these ideas from to like make things like that? It's so cool. But yeah, the story's very interesting. Like Doctor Strange, he kind of starts off as a bit like the Tony Stark of the doctor world, so to speak, of the medical world, should we say? Yeah, and then he gets in a horrendous car accident, and then he finds this mystical world And yeah, and he becomes like a sorcerer. It's very cool. It's an interesting film, and we get our first glimpse of the Time Stone as well, which is very exciting. Yeah, very cool. I definitely like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I think he's very good. I was never quite sure on his like American accent, but it does. I do warm up to it in the end eventually, and the battle scenes in it are very cool. Like Mads Mikkelsen as the villain. Mads Mikkelsen is a cool guy. He's a cool actor, and I really like his eyes that are almost like burnt and like got charcoal on it. He looks wicked with that look. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the next Doctor Strange, like in the Multiverse of Madness, because we all know that like Wanda is going to be in that as well, and I think that's just going to be bonkers. I mean, some of the scenes in Doctor Strange are like bonkers when like he's going through some of the, like, not that you really see any of the multiverses, but you kind of see the potential that's there. I think it's going to be absolutely wild, and I can imagine we're going to have lots of people like popping up, even if it's just for like one scene or maybe in a split second. I think it's going to be a crazy ride, and a ride that I cannot wait to see. It's going to be amazing, I think, and who knows if this might be the introduction to the next like big villain in the universe. Who knows? Because that like Mordor guy that turns up at the end, like you kind of got a vibe that he could be the next big villain, but that obviously didn't happen. I don't know if there's any future plans for like for that villain to come back, or if we might get the Mads Mikkelsen character back. Who knows? Who knows indeed. So yeah, there we go. That is week 3 of Marvel March. Thank you all for watching again, and as I've said before, if any of you are joining in with watching these movies, I hope you're getting on really well with them and enjoying it. And also with the start of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's very exciting as well. Yeah, it's just been really cool. I've like every week I'm just enjoying it more and more. So next week is the final week, and we've got the big uns. We've got the big Infinity War and Endgame. Very excited for them. Lauren's excited to watch Black Panther, as am I. I definitely think that's Lauren's favourite Marvel movie out of all of them. And plus it's got lots of Martin Freeman, who she very much enjoys watching. So yeah, there we go. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.